All right, we live on YouTube and Twitch right now.
Awesome.
Cool.
Are we up?
Yep.
Yeah, we are up, actually.
And I just shared it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yep. Yeah. We go on YouTube.
All right, cool. Yeah, everybody just share it. Y'all ready? We good?
Yeah, we good.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome to the Shoot Your Shot podcast. I'm your host, Mike Vick. We got my co-host, Joe.
What's going on, people?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have somebody new to the team, Joseph, who is our official moderator. Joseph, the stage is yours.
What's up, everybody? I mean, I know y'all had pretty good followers when y'all were going around the first time, so just letting y'all know, for everybody who liked what y'all was doing before, I ain't here to change that shit. I'm here to just refine it a little bit. And let me just go ahead, and y'all got hats on, so let me go ahead.
We all representing.
Rep my squad real quick. I'm the only one in here really repping my squad because I'm the only one that's got a playoff squad right now.
For now.
Born
and raised. Born and raised.
Well, I got San Fran. I wasn't born there, but it's
Born
not
and
even
raised.
football season, but it is what it is.
Born and raised.
So, and I do just want to break some news. They just announced Tom Thibodeau, Eastern Conference Coach of the Month. So, I'll take that too.
That's not bad.
That's what's up.
Nah. So, steps in the right direction over here.
Definitely agree.
I don't have any other hats, but I rep the Bengals. But my real squad, I'm the soccer, real football connection to this podcast. Chelsea FC all day. Let's go. Let's get it, guys.
All right. That's what's up. We don't have many soccer fans in here, but hopefully, your input and your insight and your thoughts can help us get them in here.
So get them in here, and I'm gonna convert both y'all. Both y'all gonna be watching some form of soccer.
Hey, I'm down. I'm not gonna say no. It's sports. I'll definitely give it a shot.
New York got what? 2 MLS teams, right?
Yep.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I think they got 2. I know they still got the Red Bulls, and I think they got
Red Bulls. That's right.
Another team that's newer.
Yeah, I'm not too far from that team in Newark. I forgot the name of them, but I'm not too far from there.
Well,
Vic is even closer because
I am.
You up there?
So, I'm right there.
But yeah, like I said, hopefully your insight in soccer would help us bring in that soccer audience, the real football.
Yeah.
So let's jump into the meat and potatoes of the show, and floor's yours, guys.
So I think we should get into it because it's the most relevant thing in sports right now. Starting tomorrow, we got the play-in. So what is it? Tomorrow we got Hornets and Pacers and Wizards and Celtics. So essentially the Eastern Conference play-in tournament starts tomorrow. I want to hear from both of y'all, see who y'all got, see how y'all feeling, and then we'll touch on the Western Conference after that.
Okay. Perfect. Joe, you want to take it from there? You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
I'm going Pacers Wizards. Pacers, I think they actually have the better team. I think they're playing pretty decent basketball. I know the record doesn't show that. I don't think the Hornets got anybody to stop Sabonis, honestly. LeVert is a headache. Celtics, no Brown. They've been looking like shit all season long. Tatum can ball. We know Tatum can ball, but he's not reached that level yet to where he can fully take over. He's going to give you points, but he doesn't do the other things that you need from a superstar. So he hasn't reached that level yet. And the Wizards is capable of beating anybody one game. Let's just put that out there. Between Bill and Westbrook, they're playing some of the best basketball right now. So yeah, I'm definitely going Wizards and Pacers. What you got, Joe?
I'm a agree with you on the Wizards, but I honestly think Charlotte can beat the Pacers right now.
Surprise.
With Melo being back.
No, LaMelo. We're not gonna disrespect the real Melo on this podcast.
All right, with
3 to the
LaMelo,
dome, baby.
with LaMelo being back, and I just feel like this is a whole different team. You know what I'm saying? And you talk about one game, then I'm gonna roll with them. If it was a series now, then maybe the Pacers would be able to pull through. But you're talking about one game, and the inconsistencies with that Pacers team is what really gets to me. You know, on a night-to-night basis, they don't play their best basketball. So you could definitely catch them on a bad night, and that'll end their season right there. So I'm gonna
Let me
run
say
with
this.
it.
Let me say this real quick. If any of these dudes for any of these 4 games don't show up to this game, they have no business being in the NBA. You got
I
to show
agree.
up this game and
I,
give
I
everything you
I
got.
I totally agree, but I also feel like with what Charlotte is playing for, you know who you got in their head. I'm pretty sure MJ is all in their head, letting them know, hey man, when this is when to take all, this is when to take all. And when it comes down to winner take all mentality, nobody really has the brain of a Michael Jordan. He's not playing, but I'm pretty sure he has that mindset stuck in them that they need to go out there and play their best basketball. And you know, you say they don't have no one to hold Sabonis, but it's like, who does the Pacers have to hold Ball, and who does the Pacers have to hold Bridges and and um and even Rozier? Like you need your stars to step up right now. And I just see Charlotte stars stepping up faster and stepping up in the spot like this over Indiana. So I got the Pacers. I mean, I got the Hornets and the Wizards.
So I feel like both y'all make good points. Um, to me, this game is a wash because it don't matter who wins. Neither of them getting out the first round.
Neither team.
Um, neither team, and I'm talking specifically Charlotte and Pacers. Um, Pacers, they made the playoffs last year or no?
I don't believe so.
So neither team has any real playoff experience other than Rozier might have got some when he was in Boston.
Oh, they did. They got swept in the first round against Miami. Sorry.
Okay, so they got some experience, and even getting swept is experience. They pretty much got the same team other than Levert coming in. Oladipo was out last year by playoffs anyway. Um, I don't think either team has that player that could really like take over when it counts. I think it's going to be defense going to win this series or this game.
Which neither
Um,
team plays.
yeah, the I think it's going to come down to
Coaching.
to coaching and a single possession. I don't think this is a blowout either way. I think
No.
this is a close game. The Knicks fan in me will not let me pick the Pacers, so I'm taking the Hornets.
Do you think the lack of playoff experience from the Hornets, specifically LaMelo, it's his first time? Do you think that's going to hurt them?
Absolutely.
I don't think it is. I don't. I think
You got to
this kid.
remember he's still a rookie.
I understand that, but you got to understand that this kid has already shown that he doesn't fold really under pressure. Like he's been handling pressure since day one. And even when he was coming off the bench in the beginning of the season, he faced a little pressure. And then he faced even more pressure when they put him in the starting lineup. Some were saying he didn't deserve to be a starter, but they put him in that lineup. And to be honest, that team got better. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see him folding under pressure. Now, as far as pressure goes, you got to look at guys like Sabonis, Karis LeVert, who are under more pressure because, to be honest, everyone is looking at the Pacers as the better team. They should win this game. You know what I'm saying? So what happens when a guy like Karis LeVert and Sabonis don't come in and don't play they all? You know what I'm saying? Then you got to understand that Miles Turner is not playing. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big void in the middle of that lineup. They got that lane open now, so anything can happen. And I just don't see Ball folding under pressure.
I don't think he folds, but I don't think you getting any spectacular game out of him. You might
Well,
get like
that's the
15,
thing.
15 and 5.
I
In
mean, but
five,
that's
yeah,
the
I agree.
that's the thing with him. He's not looking to go out there and give you 30 or 40 points. He's looking to get you 15 to 20 efficient points. And on top of that, like, he's gonna play hella defense on whoever he's guarding. He's gonna get you 5 to 6 extra rebounds, 6 to 7 assists, and he may have a steal or two. So I think the key though in this series, well, not series, but in this game, is going to be Terry Rozier. What Rozier are you going to get? Are you going to get the Rozier that goes out there and give you 25 to 30 efficiently, or are you going to get the Rozier that gives you 21 points off of 20 shots? So I think that's going to be the key. As far as Ball, I don't see Ball folding, and I see him giving you a great game. I just don't, you know what I'm saying, see it from Rozier. That's going to be the key. But I'm still going to pick the Hornets over the Pacers.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I said, I've got the Hornets winning. I think it's close. Vic, you're the only one with the Pacers. So who do you think is the difference maker for them? Or who do you think the difference maker will be for them?
It's got to be Sabonis. It all comes down to Sabonis. The Hornets don't really have a big man. He's got to take advantage. He's got to eat. He have to eat. You gonna put on him PJ Washington? What is PJ Washington gonna do? You gonna put Bismack on him? Cool, put Bismack on him. Too slow. So they don't really have a dominant big man that can really stop Sabonis. And Sabonis don't need to score to impact the game. He rebounds, he plays defense, he gets assists, he does all the little things that you need from a big man to impact that game. If he goes out there and give you 15 points, that's fine. He might give you 15, 10, 9, couple steals, couple defensive plays, couple blocks, whatever the case may be. But I think Sabonis is definitely the key factor for Indiana winning this game.
I mean, he's the only All-Star, right?
And he's the only All-Star, yeah.
See, that's the thing. That's the difference between the situation he's in and I feel that Ball's in. Ball could have a game like Joe said, where it's not a huge, not jumping out at you in the stat line. Sabonis need to have that game. You can't be an all-star and have a decent game in a game like this. You got to come out. You got to drop 30. You got to have, for him, 10, 11 boards, 3, 4 assists. Like, that's what he got to do. He got to put the team on his back because he's the all-star. If he don't do that, then he don't deserve that all-star in this scenario.
Well, I feel he has to because, again, the injury bug has bitten the Pacers, man. They're going to be missing vital starters, not bench players, but starters. You got Turner out. Brogdon might not play. So those are two key starters in your lineup that makes a difference. And without them, I just don't see it. I don't see the Hornets losing. If they do, then they shot themselves in the foot. It'll be one of them games where they just didn't come out to play. The Hornets come out to play. If they come out to play, they should be able to beat this Pacers team because this Pacers team is hobbling into the playoffs.
And I'll just say this, and we'll wrap it up on this. I'm a big fan of Karis LeVert. I liked him when he was in Brooklyn. He's just a real good. Just as far as these young kids go, he know how to do it right. I don't think he's all the way back right yet, but I think going forward, he's going to be in a good situation.
I agree.
I agree with that.
But so let's go to the second game, Wizards Celtics. Who y'all got? Joe, you go first, Joe.
Seeing the way Boston has been playing, they just can't seem to get it together. And Washington is really feeling themselves right now. They're starting to gain that momentum. And if Bradley Beal is at least 85 to 90%, I see them winning easy. Like I see them winning by at least 7 to 10 points. They got this game in the bag. I don't see Boston with an answer for both guys. You're missing Jaylen Brown. Kemba Walker is up and down. And Tatum is like, I feel like he tries to do too much when it comes to offense. He doesn't really look for his teammates. He tries to do too much on his own. And this is a game that you're not going to be able to do that.
That
You're
shit
going
ain't
to have
gonna
to get
work.
that. Yeah, you're going to have to get that team involved if you want to win. And I just don't see that happening. So I got the Wizards winning by at least 7.
Yeah, I agree with everything Joe said. What Kemba are you gonna get? Are we gonna get Marcus Smart or are we gonna get Marcus Dumb? Like which one are we gonna get? Um, Westbrook and Bill, they play pretty good together. I'm not even gonna lie. They play great. Westbrook has the playoff experience. He's the key factor, in my opinion. Westbrook is the key factor in this one game tournament. But yeah, I agree with Joe 100%. I got Washington winning. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout. I could see it being kind of close, maybe 3, 4, 5 points. But I'm taking Washington.
Let's be clear: the NBA is not going to let the Celtics get blown out on national TV.
No,
NBA won't allow that.
I mean,
They'll lose by 10, but it won't be more than 10.
it's happened already, Boston lost the season series to Washington, 2-1. One of the games they lost by 9 points. So I see it somewhere like that. Again, I just don't feel Boston has the answers for this Washington team right now. They're not fully healthy. They're not clicking on every cylinder. They don't have it all. They're like an emotional roller coaster right now. And I just don't see them getting it together. And the pressure is on them. Washington really has nothing to lose.
House
They
money.
weren't supposed to be here.
Yeah, right. Nobody expected them to be here. Everyone expected them to be a lottery team, even after getting Westbrook. They expected them to be a lottery team. Boston was supposed to be a top 3 team in the league, in the East. So with the
Some
fact
people had
that,
them number 1.
right, with the fact that they are fighting now for a player in position, like that's totally underachieving, and I see it continuing.
So I'll make it quick and easy. I got Washington. I would never pick the Celtics, even if I thought they had a good team.
I probably wouldn't either.
But I agree with everything y'all said. I think Tatum, they putting too much on him too early. He not the dude that they trying to make him into yet. Anyway, maybe he will be. I see him more as a Lamar Odom once he gets into his career, like someone who could just do everything, but he's never going to be your best player on the team. Right now, he's the best player on that team, and he's too inconsistent with everything else. He's got good offensive game, but he's too inconsistent everywhere else, especially in the crunch time.
Yeah, and my biggest issue with him is, and a lot of other NBA, they just don't want to find the rim. They rather just shoot, and that's what kills you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I understand this whole 3 is better than 2 philosophy, but that's if your 3 is dropping. If your 3 is not dropping, then you need to match 2s. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with Washington. They can kill you from other ways. They don't have to shoot 3s all day to win the game. You know what I'm saying? They shoot mid-range jump shots. They take the ball to the rack, and I see Westbrook doing that. Westbrook is going to take that ball to the rack because they really don't have no one to guard him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think Vic said it. I think he said Westbrook's going to be the key to this matchup.
Yeah, definitely.
They're going to live and die with whatever game Westbrook gives them. They're going to live or die by that. Beal is a great shooter, but it all comes down to Westbrook. I think personally, he might be the most underappreciated athlete in sports history. The way these people are treating him with like triple doubles don't matter is so disrespectful to me. If this was LeBron James doing this shit, they'd be parades down Cleveland at like Los Angeles, but we ain't going to get into that though. But yeah, like I said, we'll keep that one short. I think that'll be a real easy game. Washington got it. I think we all agree there. So we'll move it on to the next night, the Western Conference game. So we got, I mean, the game everybody want to see. We all know the Lakers and Warriors, but I guess we got to watch the other game first. So who y'all got in that matchup?
The Spurs and the Grizzlies.
Spurs and Grizzlies.
I don't even need the answer. You already know.
Well,
honestly,
we
Joe,
got
you want to go first?
Here.
Go ahead, Joe. You go first.
We got a Spurs fan here. Now, this is another one where we talk about pressure, and I don't see San Antonio feeling any pressure. You got the great Pop, who's been here so many freaking times. You know, you got DeRozan, all those is the Spurs. He's been here so many times. So I don't see them under any pressure, you know, and it's a one game thing. I just see Ja trying to do too much and putting up one of those 4 for 17 nights, and I see them getting bounced. So I got the Spurs in that one.
It's a good pick. I like that pick. It's a great pick.
I'm pretty sure you would.
Of course, my heart is going to go with the Spurs no matter who we play. I don't care. I'm going to pick the Spurs. But realistically, I honestly don't know. It's like one day my Spurs will lose to OKC by like 20, and then the next night they'll come out and beat Philly by 15. And it's like, I don't get it. It makes no sense. What Spurs team are we going to get Wednesday night? The same thing is with Memphis. Memphis could lose to OKC, and then the next night they come out there and they beat the Nets. You got two inconsistent teams that's playing each other. Can go either way. The X Factor, it shouldn't come down to this, but the X Factor is Greg Popovich. And that's sad that the coach is the X Factor, but that's who the X Factor is, in my opinion at least. Ja Morant has been inconsistent all season long. One game he'll put up 25, 30. The next game he's putting up 12. Don't know what Ja Morant I'm going to get. The same thing with DeRozan. Dejounte Murray has been inconsistent. He's capable of averaging a triple-double, but he's been so inconsistent as well. Lonnie Walker, you don't know what you're going to get from him. The list goes on and on and on and on with both teams. The only one consistent, honestly, is Valanciunas. That might be the difference maker. I don't know. It's a toss-up. My heart's going to tell me Spurs, but I really don't know who's going to win this game, honestly.
I got two words. Taylor Jenkins. Y'all know who that is? Yeah, it's the Grizzlies coach. Nobody fucking knows who he is. Like this.
We apologize, whoever's watching. I know we should be knowing this. We truly apologize.
We really don't need to know that. Like, it ain't something that, like, hey, listen, man, if that's the only question I don't know on the pop quiz,
that's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But, yeah, good one. That's a damn good one. Because I didn't know who the fuck.
No, not at all.
No, that to me, that's the difference. You have arguably, as much of a hater of the Spurs that I am, you cannot deny Greg Popovich. I mean, all time, probably top 5 coaches ever.
Top 1, but continue.
That's another podcast.
I got him 3, but
so that's the difference. DeRozan been there, although usually he chokes when he's there. He's been there. I think Memphis is just too young, not experienced enough. Valanciunas, he's a solid player, but has he ever been in the playoffs?
Yeah, Toronto. Am I correct?
Yeah, with Toronto a couple of years ago.
He's been there a few years.
He's been there a few times, but it ain't like, you know, it's not like he's the shit or
I mean, if he was, they would have done more. It all comes down to the coaching. Pop knows how to coach the players he has, and he's gonna, whatever he gets out of them, it's gonna be, their best, foot forward. I'm a big fan of Ja Morant. He doesn't last too long in Memphis. I think he's out of there very quickly. I think Memphis has proven they don't do much to develop and really get teams to that elite level, but that's a different conversation. So yeah, I'll agree. I'm taking the Spurs. My sister's gonna love that pick. She's a Spurs fan too, and it kills me to make that pick.
This guy's still dwelling on 2000. Let the hurt go.
Yeah, it's been 20 years, 21 years.
Let the hurt go.
The wound still feels fresh.
You just ripping the Band-Aid off?
So if you feel that way about the Spurs, I could just imagine how you feel about the Bulls.
About the Bulls?
Yeah.
We've already had that conversation. For me, I appreciated the greatness. When you're getting beat by Tim Duncan, you don't appreciate that greatness. It's so boring to watch. Like, oh wow, another mid-range bank shot.
We're not gonna go there. That's a segment for another podcast.
So the game that really, I would say most people, even the casual or non-fans that care about is down to this game. I'm not going to say the NBA set it up this way because they wanted the people to actually watch this playing tournament. But we got Lakers, we got Warriors. Who y'all got? Vic, we'll start with you.
This is a tough one. I want to ride with Steph. That's my guy. Steph is my guy. But you got LeBron on the other side of the court with AD. It's kind of hard to go against that. My question is, how healthy is LeBron and AD? Is that supporting cast going to show up? What are we going to get from Drummond? Then on the other end, Wiggins has been fantastic the last month and a half or so. Is Wiggins going to go back into that Wiggins? Or is Wiggins going to continue to flourish? We know Draymond's probably going to do what Draymond going to do. 5 points, 12, 13 boards, 7, 8, 9 assists, play hard defense, smart foul, smart basketball IQ. My thing with Golden State is where's the offense going to come from outside of Steph? That's my only issue. I'm going to go with the Lakers just because LeBron's the X factor as always. Even if Steph puts up 50, what are we going to get from everybody else? And that's a big question mark. So with that, I'm going with the Lakers.
Joe?
I wouldn't say hate, but my dislike of LeBron and LeBron's fans won't let me pick them. So
I think it's more so of the fans than him. I could be wrong.
You could be wrong. You could be right. But
he's got the worst fans since Kobe fans. R.I.P. Kobe.
They are 10 times, 100 times worse.
Yeah.
Because they can't even admit fault or wrong. So I'm going to run with Golden State. Even though I know the Lakers can win, I just feel like it's going to be a lot of excuses. If the Lakers do lose, it's going to be, oh, we wasn't healthy, oh, we missed time, and all this and all that. I just think right now the same thing with Washington. Golden State is clicking at the right time. They are starting to get healthy, or they are healthy. I think Wiggins is finding his place in Golden State and finding where he needs to be in Golden State. And you got to look at them role players. Toscano Anderson, and you got Jordan Poole, even Mulder. Like, these guys are starting to come into their own. They're starting to feel that game, and they're starting to know where to be at. You got to, in the beginning of the season, they didn't know none of these things. You was asking guys that was playing 5 to 10 minutes to now play 20 to 30 minutes, and it's not easy to do that at the NBA speed. They were learning as they went along. So now it's like, you guys know it. You guys know where to be. You guys know where you need to be. I also look at the Lakers as underestimating Golden State right now. You got guys like Caldwell Pope, You got especially like Kuzma. These guys are gonna go in that game. Schroeder, they're gonna go in that game thinking it's gonna be easy, and thinking that Golden State ain't gonna show up. And if Golden State shows up, and you get a Steph night, where he can go for 35, 40, that's gonna be dangerous. Um, LeBron appears to be healthy the way he was jumping and dunking all over the place. I don't want to hear he was hurt, because he wasn't hurt. The man had about 4 or 5 dunks over his last 2, 3 games where they were like, he jumping from all over the place. So I don't want to hear this he was hurt crap. Davis, I don't want to hear the same thing with him. He was hurt. He dropped them. He had 2 back-to-back great games, and he's back. He's screaming. He's puffing his chest up. All the fans is, oh, they're back. That's what's up. And all right, keep that same attitude. When you foil, when you lose, I don't want to hear you saying any excuses about, oh, he wasn't 100% and he was hurt and, he didn't have it and all this, that, and the third. So I'm going to go out on a limb, and I could be wrong, but I'm going to take Golden State.
I feel that. I'll say if I was betting money on this, which I'm not, I would pick the Lakers. But I'm not betting on money on this, so I'm taking the Warriors. I think it would be the more exciting ending to the game to see Steph Curry take a team that at the beginning of the season, again, they said wouldn't make the playoffs. It was just him. What's he going to do? He can't carry the whole team on his back. He did it against a team that at the beginning of the year was, finals already wrapped up, 2-peat. I think that'll be the more exciting storyline for the NBA. I think in general, anytime LeBron is involved, like Vic said, he is the focal point. He is everything. Doesn't matter. I'm like you with LeBron. I completely appreciate his talents and what he's done in the NBA. Off the court, he's even better, but his fans make him intolerable to root for him. It's so hard to root for him with that fan base the way that they are. I think Steph has a Steph game. I think LeBron has a LeBron game. I think AD has an AD game. But those unheard ofs on Golden State are going to come through, play harder than the guys you mentioned in LA, Kuzma's and all them, who just thinking, shit's sweet. I think those B and C players that Golden State have are going to come hungry, and I think that's going to be the difference between the game. I think it'll be a close game. It's got to be a close game. And I think, Golden State going to take it. And, it'd just be interesting to see LeBron go out like that. That'll be, that's not something that, there'll never be a comparison because, you have the Jordan comparisons. That's not something that Jordan ever went through. So it'll be something different that people could talk about one way or the other. It's going to be a topic whether you win or lose. If you win, it's going to be, Jordan never had to win one game by, and do this. But if you lose, it's going to be like, the same argument, but the different way. So it'll be interesting no matter which way you slice it.
Yeah, and that be the issue I have with the fans is like always an excuse is always something like
doesn't matter.
Like, this and that, and he never had to do this and he never had to do that and this and that, and it's like, dude, just admit it, just face it. What I'm saying?
My thing is, if LA loses, what would be the excuse? You lost to a Golden State team. After Clay got injured, they was written off not to make the play. A draft lottery team was Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
So what excuse are we going to make up this time? LeBron wasn't healthy? Cool, LeBron wasn't healthy.
Yeah, they're going to play the health card big.
That's
time,
cool.
bro.
LeBron wasn't healthy. What about AD and Drummond and the supporting cast? In my opinion, that still should be enough to beat this Golden State team.
They're gonna play the health card. They're gonna play the gel. We didn't have enough time to gel with Drummond. Drummond didn't have enough time with LeBron to get a feel and all this, that, and the third. Or worst come to worst, you already know who the scapegoat is, Kyle Kuzma. They're gonna blame everything on Kyle Kuzma.
He is trash.
They're gonna throw Kyle Kuzma under the bus, and that's gonna be it. Is he trash, or does he just not want to play there anymore?
From what I see, he's trash. They don't need to throw him under the bus. They just need to throw him in the G League.
I can't call a dude trash when he has spells. Like, the dude could put up 20-something, 30 points. And he has shown signs of, I can play. So it's like, is he trash, or does he not want to be there? He's waiting for his time, like Ingram, Randall, Ball, Clarkson, to where they get out and get from under this guy, then they take off.
I'm gonna say he trash because he owe me money. So
I respect that.
If I put money on you, you can't put up these points. I'm asking you trash, in my opinion, until further notice.
I respect that because I feel the same way and I do the same thing.
Yeah,
I got beef with Boston and every play on Marcus Smart. When I see you, it is on site.
Facts. Y'all owe us a couple thousands.
No talking, no infant, no, oh shit, what's up, Marcus? No, none of that, son. You better be prepared. I'm telling you, I'm a chop block you. I'm a clip your knees. All that counts, son. Marcus Smart, when I see you, we got beef, bro.
So y'all going Golden State, I'm going LA. That's what we're doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Golden State.
I hope you guys. I hope I'm wrong. Actually, I really do.
Hey, man, listen. Again, another thing is, like he said in the beginning, will the NBA allow the Lakers to get bumped this early?
That's the thing, though. But you got. It's not the same because at the same time you got Steph. The NBA love them some Steph Curry.
That's
you got
true too.
You got a player that's all time loved by the NBA versus a franchise, and a player who all time loved by the NBA. So it's like,
pick your poison.
Yeah, this is what they wanted. This is making up for all those LeBron versus Kobe playoff or finals we never got. This is the makeup for it right here.
The icing on the cake.
The icing on the cake.
So I got a question, a quick pop-up question for y'all that we didn't talk about. So if y'all need to take a second, I can go first if y'all want. But what team fucked up the most this year by not making it either into the playoffs or into this play-in tournament? One team only.
Wait, say that one more time. I'm sorry, I was distracted for a second.
What team do you think fucked up the most by not either making the playoffs or making this play-in tournament? So I'll go first. My pick is the Pelicans. The Pelicans, with all the talent that they supposedly have, should have been in, at the very least, the playoff tournament, the play-in tournament.
One. That's a good pick.
I'm a fan of Zion. I like Zion. I think he's very one-dimensional right now. But let's not ignore the fact that out of the top 3 picks from last year, he's the odd man out. RJ's in there. Shaw's in there. No Zion. He's got way better players surrounding him than either of those other 2 guys. Why is he not in this at the least play-in tournament?
That's true. I can agree with that. But I'm going to go with a 2-way tie, and I'm going to say the Toronto Raptors and the Boston Celtics.
Well, the Celtics are in, though. We're not counting the Celtics.
What I'm saying is they shouldn't be in this position. They shouldn't be in the play-in tournament. They should be a top 3 team in that Eastern Conference. They shouldn't have to be fighting for a playoff position with a 1-game play-in tournament.
So let me ask you this then, based off that. If they lose the play-in game, is that Brad Stevens' last game coaching?
I honestly would fire him, but I don't see them firing him.
I don't see them fire him either. I just see them saying, well, Jaylen Brown wasn't there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they're gonna make excuses.
That could have been, the missing, piece to the puzzle. Well, if Jalen was there, maybe things would have went different. But I don't see them firing Brad Stevens, not yet.
Even if Jaylen Brown is there, it wasn't like they were a 3 seed or a 4 seed with him.
Yeah, he just went out.
Right,
he just went out
like a week or two ago. So it ain't like.
But remember,
half a season.
They started clicking for maybe about a week, maybe 2 weeks. They were clicking. They went on a little win streak. They was starting to find themselves, and then they lost a couple games, and then I think Jalen went out after that. I could be wrong, but I think they gelled for a little bit, lost a few games.
I just think they are better than this. That whole team is better than this. You know what I'm saying? You got guys that's supposed to step up if a Jaylen Brown goes down, And then they made the trade for Fournier, and I don't know. He must have left his game in Orlando because he hasn't been doing nothing since he came to Boston. You got Kemba Walker, who's looked like the worst he's ever looked in his career. Like
inconsistencies.
I don't know what's going on in his mind and his game, but
should have
this
came
is
to New York.
The worst, he's ever played. Maybe he should have went to New York. I don't know what's going on with him. Then Tatum is like, he's another roller coaster where it's like he can give you 40, 38, 40, or he can give you 23, 24, shooting the ball 19, 20 times. So it's like, I don't know. And then they don't really have an identity. Are they a running gun? Are they inside, half court? I just feel like it's a lot of question marks with that Boston team, and they just shouldn't be in this position right now. And then the other team, I would say Toronto. They got too much talent and too much experience to be completely out of this playing, situation. I believe there was times throughout the season where they just tanked and they didn't give their all, and it came to backfire and it bit them in the ass. So I hold Toronto to a better standard than what they gave me this year.
I'll agree with that. What about you, Vic?
I'm gonna go with a two-way tie. I definitely agree with the Pelicans. That team should be, at least in my opinion, if not top 5, a top 6 team in the West. It's just too much talent on that team. It's way
too much
talent on that team to not even make it to the play-in.
Not to mention Van Gundy is the coach.
And Van Gundy is the coach. There's literally no excuse. But like Joe said with Boston, Pelicans, what's your identity? This is I'm putting this on Zion. Zion, what type of player do you want to be? What are you? I don't know what you are.
He can only be one thing right now. And it's highlights. It's highlights.
Yeah, highlights. Bully ball. That's all he could do.
He has no jump shot whatsoever.
No finesse to his game.
None
of that. But that goes on the New Orleans
coaching staff team. That's on the coaching staff.
Like what are they doing to try to get this team better? Are they doing anything, or are they just letting these guys go out there? Because if you look at Ingram, look how he started the season and look how he finished the season. He went from high to very low. You know what I'm saying? Like, I figured he would be in the MVP conversation towards the end of the season the way he started, and he just fell off the map, completely. So, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I think it's just issues with that coaching staff and that development team out there.
His biggest issue will be what he needs to find out what his playing weight's going to be, because he's way too heavy to play a full NBA season. I mean, I know that's kind of his thing, but he putting too much pressure on those knees. If he want to last, he gonna have to lighten up a little bit and find another way to play.
Oh no, I definitely agree. If you're going to keep that weight, then you might want to be a back to the basket player type.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that game has died out.
That's the missing art.
Right. That game has died out. And my advice would be go look at Charles Barkley. He gave you 10, 11 great seasons. Then after that, he was completely dog shit because of them knees and that back. And
Mm-hmm.
because he was playing that big position the same way, wanting to jump and dunk and grab rebounds, and the pressure on them knees and ankles and back just couldn't take him to the next level. So I do agree. I said it from day one. Zion needs to drop.
He's not a great rebounder. He has no clue how to box out. That size, you should be able to box out. I'm sorry. I don't care. If you don't get the rebound, just box out.
Yeah.
Once again, that's another missing art of the NBA. No one knows how to box out no more. They just jump. They just jump for the rebound. They get the rebound and get it. But that's another part of the game he needs to work on is rebounding. You're playing the 4. You got to work on that.
That's true. But
I know we got a very small sample of him last season, but I think it's, again, if we're talking about those top 3 picks, he has advanced the least at all 3 of them. RJ has gotten a million times better than he was last year. Ja's gotten slightly better than he was last year.
I actually think Ja digressed compared to last season. I think he digressed. Yeah.
Last season.
I expect him to average at least 20 plus this year.
Yeah. If not, shoot better, have a more efficient game. Ja didn't give me a step up. I think he took a step back.
A small step back, nothing crazy.
Yeah. Last year I would give him a B plus. This year I would have probably gave him like a C plus, maybe a B minus. Like I do feel he digressed a little bit, but it doesn't affect him because he's only there 2.
He's averaging 19, 4, and 7. This year.
Oh this no, year. That's true. That's true. That's true. But
I still expected more. For me.
Last year he averaged pretty much 18, 7, and 4.
So he averaged basically the same thing.
He pretty much stayed the same.
Now look at the field goal percentage.
Let's see, he
shot 47% last year, 44 this year.
Yeah.
So
that's not that big of a drop off, though.
That's a big drop off, especially if you're shooting more. So you're shooting more, but you're missing more. So you're not really playing efficient. Then on top of that, you didn't step up nothing. Nothing got better. You got worse in shooting from regular and 3, and you stayed the same.
With assist and rebound.
In the free throw line, you dropped off in free throws, and you stayed the same with assists, rebounds. You're not giving me more. You're not just giving me a more efficient game. And that's the thing with Barrett. That's the one thing I can credit Barrett, that he may not have taken a big jump, but he's playing more efficient. He's not turning the ball over as much. He's not taking the silly shots like he was last year. He's not shooting, 6 for 18 on a consistent night. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is with Ja. Like, expectations, does play a major factor. When you expect that player to make a big jump or a decent jump and they don't, then that's pretty much a digress.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Like, look at Lonzo Ball. From last year to this year, he's made a big jump. You know what I'm saying? A huge jump. So you expect certain things out of certain people, and I expected a lot more out of Ja, especially seeing this is your team. This is your team. We didn't bring nobody else to take this team away from you. We put a big piece in front to make sure you was good. With Valanciunas is playing at an all-star level. Like, we expected a lot more out of Ja. And 15, 16 points a game or 17 points a game is just not cutting it to be a leader,
This might be a little sophomore slump. I'm still expecting him to come back better, stronger next season.
Yeah, like I said, it's only year 2, so it ain't like your career is over.
Oh no,
but you do need to get off in that, get in on that off season, and practice what you need to be practicing.
He'll be fine.
I think all 3 of them will eventually be fine.
Yeah.
It's just, right now it's just a nitpicking.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I mean, we pretty much covered all the games. We got about like 15 more minutes. Uh,
Oh
let's
shit.
just get some quick predictions for all the awards this year.
Okay, we could do that.
All right.
Y'all already know mine, so I'll let y'all go first.
You disqualified. Get out of here.
Yeah, you mad bias, man. You mad
That's why.
bias.
That's why. That's why I'm the moderator. I'm allowed to be biased.
That's
Good
like me
point.
saying. That's like me saying Zach LaVine is MVP.
One day.
Nah, yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna start with I'm gonna give you a
Let's just
smile.
go one by one. Let's start with uh 6 man. Who y'all got for 6 man?
I'm gonna go with Clarkson.
Same.
Easy enough. Coach of the year.
I'm gonna make you smile, and I'm gonna say Thibodeau.
It's got to be Tibbs. It's got to be.
No, I'm not going with Thibodeau. Great job, though. Fantastic job. I'm actually going with Monty Williams. No one expected Phoenix to be the number 2 seed, even with Chris Paul.
Not the 2, but I did expect them to take a big jump once Chris Paul.
Yes.
But like you said, not the 2.
Not the 2.
Oh,
But
and I think, and
also,
besides being the number 2, I think they have the second best record in the entire NBA.
that's true. That's true. And they could have had the number 1.
But I know.
They totally tanked last night's game or yesterday's game.
Yeah,
but
I'm going
another thing I play into factor is them other teams just didn't seem to put 100%. Like the Clippers, the Nuggets faced injuries, the Lakers, like they just didn't keep their foot on the gas. And I think that's what helped Phoenix get that number 2 and win 51 games. So, Monty, he played he had a great season. He got some great players around him. It's not like, he got a bunch of scrubs or no-name guys, but it's like, what Tibbs is doing in New York, like, that's phenomenal, dude. Like,
Nobody
you
had
talk
us
about
close to the
players
playoffs.
like
Not at all.
Bullock,
the emergence of Rose.
like you Derrick Rose, like, people. These are guys nobody like. You go to a park and it's like, yo, pick your team. You looking at the bench like, I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't want him. And Tibbs is like, fuck it. I take him. Like Julius Randle. Like, these are guys no team wanted on their squad. And Tibbs took them all and was like, fuck it. When life gives you lemons, I'm going to make you
Tequila.
ass lemon chicken with some lemon whatever, and he turned diamonds from coal. So I gotta give Tibbs that credit, man. I'm going with Tibbs.
He's done more with less, and we all know the pressure of being the coach of the New York Knicks, New York media in general. That pressure does not exist in Phoenix.
No,
nobody gives a damn whether Phoenix wins or loses. So to me, the pressure, like Joe said, nobody wanted these dudes. When we were signing these guys, people were laughing at us. Oh, you gave Julius Randle 2 years. Oh, you gave Reggie Bullock a year. Mitch Robinson been injured pretty much the whole season. We've had Nerlens Noel. It's been our starting center all season pretty much. And that man is a monster down low. He's never looked this good in the NBA. Defensively, offensively, it's non-existent, but he'll catch a oop every now and again. But to me, it's got to be Tibbs. All right, we did 6 man, we did coach, rookie of the year.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Edwards because Melo missed that time, and during the time he missed, Edwards kind of skyrocketed.
He took off.
So, he took off, and he put up some big numbers against some pretty good teams. So I'm gonna give Edwards the slight edge, and I'm gonna give it to him.
I mean, I know rookie of the year is the one award where wins and losses don't really matter. He hasn't done anything that's amounted to any wins.
Yeah,
he's out there playing.
He has. He beat a few teams on his own. Like yeah. They may not matter because
I
he's
get
not a
that, but at
playoff.
the end of the day, where they at? They at home already.
I mean that
And like I
again.
said,
Like you
the
said,
rookie of the year, that don't matter.
it
Because
don't
usually the
matter.
best rookies are going to be the ones that are on the
Right.
bad teams. But
Exactly. They're not looking at wins losses when it comes to rookies.
Yeah, I feel it. I still, Emmanuel quickly's made differences in games that matter for
See,
me.
this is what we're talking about. The bias. The bias.
I already told y'all what it was.
I could fuck with you with Tibbs, and even if you got Randall as your MVP candidate,
That's fine.
And even if you want to put Derrick Rose as your 6-man candidate, those are all fine with me. But you're not
Rose
gonna
is my
sit
6 man.
here, you're not gonna sit here and tell me Emmanuel quickly deserves Rookie of the Year.
Does he deserve it?
No,
he doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't deserve it.
But like we talked about, he's in the conversation, and for
No,
that,
he's
I'm
not.
happy.
He's in your conversation. That's it.
Is Edwards
And Melo.
And if you want to throw another name, Halliburton from Sacramento. Other than that, your boy Quickly, he hasn't even been talked about in almost 2 months. We haven't heard nothing from Emmanuel Quickly.
It's because he's been so consistent.
No,
I forgot about that one. Yeah, I totally forgot.
He's been dog doodle over the last 2 months. Ever since Derrick Rose came, you haven't heard nothing from Emmanuel Quickly.
Nah.
Derrick Rose took his shine. If I was Quickly, I'll beat Derrick Rose up, hit him in the knee or some shit.
Nah, honestly, Derrick Rose has helped him a lot. I mean, we're gonna get off it. We don't got time to go all the way to talk about Emmanuel Quickly, but most improved.
I'm gonna give it to Randall.
Yeah, Randall got my vote for most improved.
I'll give it.
I feel like he has to be in the MVP conversation. To me, nobody else that's in this most improved category is in the discussion for MVP. Right?
Correct.
That's true.
So to me, it's clear cut. He's got to be most improved.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. And on top of that, the other candidates in that category kind of took a downfall. They kind of they didn't end the season on a high note. Like Jeremy Grant 2 months ago was there. He was in the conversation, but then he just faded, to the black. So I'll give it to Randall hands down. He got that.
Vic?
Randall, I mean, he earned it. He deserves it. He threw the team on his back and said, "Follow me," and look where the Knicks are.
Cool. So we're gonna wrap up here in a second. We got 2 more defensive player.
This is tricky. Personally, the word defense is like.
In today's day and age, is anybody really playing defense?
Yeah.
As a team, no. Individually, yes.
There is a team that's playing individual team defense.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Here we go again.
If you wanna, everybody wanna throw Simmons' name in it, and they wanna call Simmons. I think he takes advantage being a 6'10" point guard, and he gets matched up with a lot of point guards that are smaller than him, and he's able to steal the ball or clog the lane or block a shot here and there. But he's a 6'10" point guard. Just imagine if he was playing small forward or power forward, would he be able to do the same thing? So I don't know if I can give it to him. Then you got Gobert. He does play good defense, but he gets shitted on by guys that are known, like Towns. You got MB. You got so many other centers that kill him. Bam is another candidate. I don't know. I seen some stats, but they were versus smaller guys and not real centers and not real, big men. And then he had a great game against MB where he kind of shut him down or whatever. So I don't know. This is one award that I really don't care about. Like, it doesn't interest me. It doesn't intrigue me. Defensive Player of the Year is not what it used to be. You don't have guys like Ben Wallace, Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen. You don't have those guys that just go out there and shut down the best players anymore.
Tony Allen.
Yeah, Tony Allen. Guys like that. Like, it's just hard for me to pick. So I'll just leave it open. Like, I really don't care.
Nick?
I love Ben. Joe knows I love Ben, but I'm not gonna go with Ben. Actually, I'm going with Draymond Green. I don't know if you guys been watching Golden State like I have for the last few months. Draymond's been locking everybody down, playing the passing lane, guarding the big men, doing everything he has to do. And what has Golden State been doing? Winning. Where does winning come from first? Defense. And that's all credit to Draymond. My pick, Draymond Green. I don't want to have a big speech. Draymond got my vote.
All right. And the one that everybody cares about, MVP.
Julius Randle for MVP. Woo!
Hey, could we get a first time ever most improved MVP in the same season? Come on.
Not this year, my friend.
Nah, I don't think that's going to happen. My MVP vote still, I'm giving it to Steph. Steph. Again, it goes based on expectations. Nobody expected Golden State to be here. They expected Golden State to be a lottery team. And also, there was a lot of talk about how Steph can't lead no team. He can't do nothing. He can't lead a team. Can't lead a team. He can't lead a team. He can't lead a team.
Oh, and he's overrated. Don't forget that one that we heard all year long.
One of the most overrated guys in NBA history. Not this year, but history. So throughout the course of the 60, 70 years the NBA has been around, he's one of the most overrated players ever. So, I'm gonna give it to Steph. That's my pick. I just feel like Joker, he had a great year, but he's another one that didn't show up or doesn't show up when it's like a even. Like, yeah, you go out there and kill a team that ain't got a center and kill a team that don't have real good defense. But when it comes to playing teams that can focus on you, you just don't show up. And I think Steph, I don't know if you know, but they just won Golden State. And, Steph Curry won Player of the Month. He averaged almost 37 points per game during the last month, and his team went 8-1. And that's like incredible. You know what I'm saying? So
when the pressure was on too.
When the pressure was on him, they went out there, they won their last few games against real tough opponents to get that play-in spot. You know what I'm saying? He put that team on his back, and it was games that you knew it was going to be him and no one else. The man was not just double team, he was triple team, and in certain situations, he was quadruple team, and he still went out there to drop his 30-something points per game. So I have to give it to Steph.
Oh, man. Steph is a great choice, but them being the 8th seed, I think that's what's just going to kill it. He's just too low of a seed. When did Westbrook win it? They was the 6th, the 5th or the 6th? The 6th?
They were the 6th seed.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see it with them being the 8th. I'm rooting for Steph, but realistically, I don't think it's going to go to Steph. With that being said, I'm actually going to take Joker, number 3 team in the West. He averaged 26 and a half, 10.6 rebounds, 8.3 rebounds as a big man. That's unheard of. He's shooting over 50% from the field. I think he's shooting around 80% from the free throw line. He's, I think, in the mid-30s from the three-point line. I'm going with Joker. He's a matchup nightmare. He can go inside, outside. Basketball IQ is so high for a big man. Passing skills is elite. I'm going with Joker. And even with Jamal Murray being out, they really didn't miss that much of a beat. Granted, Michael Porter stepped up a lot, but Joker didn't drop, if you get what I'm saying. Joker stayed the exact same. He didn't have to do much. He didn't have to do less. He did the exact same that he'd been doing. He just been consistent the entire season. Joker got my pick.
Cool. Right. So, I mean, obviously, if I was voting with my heart, we know who I pick. I don't think there's too many players who have done more for their team than Julius Randle, but I know it's not going to happen. I think Chris Paul is the MVP. I don't think anyone has taken their team and jumped farther because, I mean, where was Phoenix last year? Bottom of the Western Conference?
Somewhere around there.
They pretty much had the little bubble. They had the best bubble they possibly could and still couldn't make the playoffs. So, you know, Chris Paul's taking them from nothing to number 2 seed. I've always been a big fan of Chris Paul. Teams get better when he goes there. I think it's Chris Paul. And that's my pick with my head instead of my heart.
I think we all have good picks. We all got good arguments. I can't disagree with neither pick, Steph or Chris Paul. Chris Paul.
Yeah, I like Chris Paul. He was in my top 3.
Chris Paul is just a winner. I get it. He hasn't made it to the finals, but like Joseph said, every team he goes to, like that.
Yep.
360.
He's like what Jason Kidd was. Every team Jason Kidd went to, he got better. And usually the team that he left got worse. Chris Paul has that same effect.
What happened to Houston?
They got worse.
Well, they never gave Chris Paul real power in Houston. That was James Harden's team.
But they did get worse once he left.
Yeah, that too.
Fell apart. Like Harden didn't even give Westbrook time. Like they replaced Harden. They replaced Westbrook with CP3 with Westbrook. And Harden was like, I ain't feeling this shit. And that was it, bro. Like, It was crazy.
He's like, yo, there's a reason I got up out of OKC.
And, I like Chris Paul. And I think the key is he gets them to play defense. Any team and every team he goes to, he gets the team to play defense. And that's what matters. So, I don't have no argument with Chris Paul. I just feel like Steph he's on another level, and he did what everyone expected him not to do. So
like you said, the only thing killing Steph is the seeding. Out of everyone we mentioned, he's the lowest. Even Julius Randle, he's the lowest seed. If everything goes right, he'll get into the playoffs, but he might not even be in the playoffs. So it's like it's tough. It's tough. But we had a little over an hour. I think we got some good stuff in, especially for the first episode being back.
Definitely.
I gotta say this was a good time, and hopefully the people enjoy it, and we're gonna get back to it. And I see somebody wanted us to talk some draft, so we're gonna have to do that next time.
Next episode.
So with that said, if y'all got any last words, say them now, and then we out.
I'm good. It was a joy. I'm glad to be back. Hopefully we could make this consistent and keep it rolling. Let's build off momentum. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? Start and stop. Let's keep this going. Let's give the people what they want, and let's just take off from here.
Yeah, everything Joe said. Let's just it's good to be back. Good to get our voice out there, doing what we actually love to do, talk sports, you know what I mean? Have conversations about it, and let's just, stay consistent with it. Like Joe said, off, on, off, on, off, on. Let's just keep the button on all night, all day, 24/7, 365.
That's what it is. Let's get it.
All right, everyone. Take it easy.
Peace.
See
and
you
we out. The Knicks is trash.
Steph MVP.